Now, I saw this bus driver video circulating on the internet, and I thought to myself, why is this always a topic of discussion? Hello, everyone. I hope all is well. Yes, I was thinking, why is it that black women are always put on the spot to defend their choices? You know, this is an individual thing, and you can choose to do what you want to do. You have your prerequisites and whatever they are as it pertains to getting into a relationship. So why is it always a psychoanalyzing of our choices and the decisions we make to protect ourselves when we're, embarking on, a relationship, getting into a romantic relationship? And the browbeating always comes from either another black woman or a black man. Now listen to this.
Spectrum, trust me, I've done them all. They are not positioned to protect nor provide because of some of the statistics we just talked about. They're not earning the incomes. They're not having the resources, and some of them are not even showing up in the leadership.
Would you date a bus driver? Would you date
if he owns the bus? If he owns
No.
it. If he owns the bus,
No.
Now let's be clear. I do believe that Ebony walked smack into this browbeating from Iyanla, because she should have known better than to ask Iyanla a question like that without anticipating that this would have been her response.
That's a problem. Because the standards and requisites, and I'm not talking about him laying on his sofa playing video games all day. I'm not talking about that. But the standards and the criteria that we use to measure men is off for who we are as women and who they are in this society.
The standards and the criteria, ma'am, is off for what you use to measure men. Because you asked her the question, and she gave you an answer that was not favorable to what you think should be. But you asked her the question.
I would date a bus driver if he loved driving the bus, if he was a man of integrity, if he was good to his mama, if he treated me well. I would date a bus.
I know that you.
It is not a surprising answer, because this woman has been taken advantage of before by a man who took her to the cleaners. So this was should have been an anticipated response coming from her. However, since when has it become a community decision to determine who black women date? Since when? Would she ask this question of a black man? I mean, we could all take a wild guess. It would be a no. But I am curious to know if her response to him would be the same response, the same visceral response that she had to Ebony's very careful if he owns the bus. Which I do believe was her not being authentic in that moment, because that is not the answer the response she wanted to give. But she was being very careful. So it is unnecessary. Black women choose you and what or who compliments you totally and completely without any, apology. They want you to stay and date and delve into the dating pool, the polluted dating pool of dust that is so lacking and faulty. And may I say this, having a preference is not an unrealistic expectation. It is more so you being aware of self and wanting what will align with your requirements, and a prerequisite to any relationship you may, get into. I think the idea is to have a relationship that is, with the intent of longevity, and that would be sustainable and secure. How could his $750 per week match your $7,500 per week? Let us say that is it, because she's an attorney, she's a lawyer. I mean, and what conversations would you have? I am not dumbing anyone down. A job is a job, but you have a preference. And sometimes people are insecure by the mere fact that someone else might be earning more than them. They might be more accomplished. Because men are like that. And women doing something more, they see it as a threat to their manhood. It is reality. So these are things you need to consider. And listen, wouldn't this be considered an unequally yoked situation, Christian women? I think it would. Listen, own what you want and don't be shamed or guilted into accepting unhappiness, worry, struggle of, emotional abuse. This disparity would most certainly border on emotional abuse. Because if there is no financial stability or financial viability, you will have problems in that relationship. And may I remind you that the love aspect in a romantic relationship is you romanticizing your feelings, which is natural and expected. But struggle and dating out of your category is not smart. And at this stage, I do not believe that any woman is confused as it pertains to where men stand, especially the black men. You know, the ones who say what they say about black women, and they talk about hypergamy. Black men practice hypergamy all the time. As a matter of fact, they are steadfast and consistent when it comes to their pursuit of where they can be elevated financially. You know, they make no qualms of their intentions. Remember, self-preservation is self-love, okay? Now let's continue this conversation down in the comment section. And as always, stay safe and be self-aware and subscribe for more snippets of wisdom and real talk. See you in the next video.